The crisis of migration at the southern border is usually framed only in negative terms: crime, the drain on resources, the strain on federal and state officials. But a new study by the Brookings Institution examines the role immigration has played in allowing the U.S. job market to grow at a faster pace without stoking inflation. For more, we're joined by Betsey Stevenson. She is a professor of public policy and economics at the University of Michigan. She also served the Obama administration as a member of the Council of Economic Advisors and chief economist at the Labor Department. Explain how immigration is related to job growth.
Well, if you want to hire somebody, there's got to be somebody willing to take the job. And as long as we have a steady flow of people into the labor market, it can be easy to find people. If there's not a steady flow of people in, there might be a couple people out there. It might be very hard to find them. So one thing that immigration does for us is it just makes what economists would call a thicker market, right? So there's just a lot more options out there because there's a lot more people looking for work, and that makes everything move a little bit faster, and that makes it easier for businesses to expand hiring. What we've seen is businesses have been hiring a lot more than anybody thought was possible, and the reason we didn't think it was possible is we thought, where would the people come from? It turns out they've come from immigration.
And Betsey, this is one of the authors of the report said that, quote, these immigration flows have not been the result of optimal, well thought out policy. Help us understand what has happened here as a result of circumstance, but could be optimized if there was actual policy design behind it.
It's such a good point, which is that we need immigration. And one thing to think about is the fact that the United States is an aging population. And yet the way our Social Security system works is it relies on a lot of younger people being in their working years, paying into Social Security. Immigrants pay into Social Security too. So we need to keep our population from aging on average too much. And one way to do that is to bring in younger immigrants who will continue to support the labor market, even as our sort of native-born population hits retirement ages. So that's one way, is to think about making sure that we're bringing in the workforce we need. And obviously, we want people to come in an orderly way and have their cases processed in a timely fashion. And as I'm sure everybody knows, Congress has been debating a bill that would provide more funding at the border to make sure that we're not bringing people into the United States or letting people enter without any ability to determine whether they're a good fit for staying in the United States. So you need additional funding, you need clear rules, but we do need immigration. And so fighting about it without passing policy just creates chaos.
Betsey Stevenson, we're going to have to leave it there. University of Michigan professor and former Obama administration official, thank you so much for being with us.